Welcome. Please sit in the chair. The show is about to begin.
Well, tell that to Dr. Usanagi. She said I had minor radiation poisoning. That's it. She's the professional, okay? The best I can do is stab myself with a stim pack and drink copious amounts of alcohol until the pain goes away. Oh god, Fiends! No. You keep that pineapple where I can see it. Oh, I just had the mother of all flashbacks. I am not going back to McCarran like last time. Fuck that. I paid my respects to the god of explosions, thank you. Okay, this gun is making my assault rifle jealous, I can already tell. Yes, I can't fire off as many shots per second, but this accuracy is too good. It's quality over quantity. Ironically, a vault was the worst place to have a gun like this, especially with the scope. Your potential was squandered down there. Someone, like me, was destined to rescue you from that place so that you could stretch your legs. Like so. Okay, it would help if I could actually aim, but that's my problem, not yours. Just don't jam on me and you and I will be best friends forever. Okay, more Fiends. This rifle hungers for more blood. Oh, well, taking the high ground isn't gonna do you much good when I can shoot back. Oh, and don't worry, you stay put. My dog will come to you. And not to alarm you, but he can walk through fire without giving a fuck.
Yeah.
That guy's head and body decided to go their separate ways. Yeah, you can keep your fancy laser rifle. I prefer simplicity refined to its absolute limit. That's what this beauty is all about. Look, I appreciate your concern, Eddie, but I have more Radaway in my veins right now than blood. Besides, we spent hours clearing that vault out. You think I would do all that and not take some of these guns out for a spin? Besides, the Vault 3 Fiends have been living on borrowed time for way too long. Let's help Papa Khan solidify his decision to move the fuck out of the Mojave, shall we? Oh, yeah, I have real armor this time, fuck you! Vault 34 set high. Oh wow, Plasma Guy, can you leave my dog alone? Well, this is clearly not enough. It's time to escalate this shit to hell and back. God of Explosions, answer my prayers.
Yes!
Okay, anyone who thinks that wasn't necessary can tell that to my gun. As you can see, she's quite reasonable. But unfortunately for you, I am most certainly not. When it comes to Fiends and Legionaries, that is. For anyone else, I can make an effort. Hell, just look at the effort I'm making for the Brotherhood. God damn, that's the real reason we're back here after all. I mean, sure, we could have kept looking for those components in Vault 34 until I'm literally glowing green, except fuck that. And would the Brotherhood really want an irradiated and waterlogged component anyway? Let's hope we find at least one of them in Vault 3. But first, let's see if the God of Explosions has a good memory, cause I certainly remember this. It's time for round 2. Why don't we try this again? Yeah, that's right, pull out the grenade. I dare ya. I double dare ya. I'll shoot it out of your hand, I swear to God. See? The gods are on my side now, and just like that, Satan will have 2 more Fiends to fuck around with. Oh, I just had a hunch those 2 would be there. These guys are like sewage flooding a room. They'll fill up every square inch of space available. That's why we have to come back and finish what we started, even though the NCR really should be doing this themselves by now. But no, for some reason, I have to be the one to finish the job every fucking time. Okay, brace yourselves. No, Rex, what did I just say? Look, don't you have cybernetic eardrums or something? Just switch them off, alright? Oh, here we go. Oh, God! Hurry up, please! Let's drown this out with some gunfire, come on! Hey, what's up? Oh, yeah. This is a keeper. Hey, did you know that the Gunrunners have a special on drum magazines this week? Well, you do now.
If I find you, I'm gonna eat your stuff.
Well, I'm still using it, so, buckshot tastes better, you know?
Damn it, that's...
Yeah, if you're that fixated on human spleens, then may I recommend the Ultra Lux. If you're polite, they might even serve you someone else's spleen instead of your own. But seriously though, guys, relax and keep smoking whatever you're smoking. It'll help when I blow your head off. You won't feel a thing, I promise. Oh. Holy shit, that is just a storm of hot lead.
Damn, that's gonna leave a stain.
Oh, it sure will, buddy. Oh shit. Okay, 12 rounds don't last very long. Good thing they also had a special on 12 gauge buckshot. Yeah, it's almost like I blackmailed that Isaac guy or something. Wow, did you just set that guy on fire? What the fuck, Rex? Do you have a flamethrower that you haven't told me about? That's not cool, boy. Okay, I'm gonna be honest here. So far, these guys are fucking pushovers. We had more trouble with the Fiends outside. So, once again, why can't the NCR just send a couple of squads over to sweep this place? It really isn't that difficult. Well, House is a different problem altogether. He's got the resources, but he's got no fucks to give. I specifically mentioned the Fiends, but he didn't even react. You know, one Securitron will be enough to wipe these fuckers out. But no, I have to do this in my own time. Ooh, what's this? Is this the Fiends' idea of a clinic? Ah, who am I kidding? They're probably just using this equipment to experiment with more chems. Well, I'm sorry guys, but I'm pulling the funding from this project. I'm a miserable killjoy, I know. Okay, apparently they use the same glass as those pre-war terminal screens. Someone should make a set of glass body armor out of that. Just need to make sure you're wearing something underneath. That is, unless you're Long Dick Johnson, according to Cass. Then you could just proudly display that sucker and rub it in everybody's face, literally and metaphorically. I wonder if they use something similar for a Securitron's face. That would be rather important for a war machine, especially if it's supposed to hang around outside the strip. Come to think of it, other than Victor, I haven't seen a single one of those things out in the wasteland. Is House actually gonna deploy them outside the strip? It's kind of important if we want to keep— oh! Man, how is this vault not on high alert by now? Ah, who am I kidding? These guys are high off their face. They clearly don't have a care in the world. But yeah, House has more than enough Securitrons in that facility, so he has no excuse. Whoa. Nah, you go ahead first. I'll catch up later. In a few decades. But anyway, I should probably double check that House and I are on the same page on this issue. It's kind of essential that we keep the entire Mojave safe, not just the strip, and I am not doing that on my own. Holy shit, whose dick did this family have to suck to get a room this big? And there's the Overseer's office. Please, for the love of God, keep an inventory this time. I do not want to search this place from top to bottom. What the fuck, is that a cage? Wow, I haven't seen something like that since Cottonwood Cove. Are they keeping slaves down here? Ha, just in case someone has objections to what we're doing. Take a good look at this, and then we can have a debate. Moral justification, I love it.
Some cons got cornered in the ruins of Boulder City, but the NCR let them go. That's unusual.
Okay, well, they're awake.
You hear there was some kind of shootout at one of them casinos on the strip? Some people got killed or something.
I hear reports of Legion raiding parties all over the place. They can't all be rumors.
Oh, they're certainly not. And they might just come after you next. Do us all a favor and just stay inside. Okay, you know what? I take it back. They're not awake. They're sleepwalking. There's no way they haven't heard me yet. Not without 10 gallons of happy juice stuffed in their tiny little heads. All the more reason why a single Securitron is all we need to sort out this mess. This conversation between House and myself shouldn't be that difficult. Sure, the guy is full of himself, but aside from the ego, he must be at least somewhat rational, right? Surely you couldn't be that successful in the old world if you didn't at least have some common sense. In the meantime, here's my version of common sense. Are you awake now? It's a hell of a dream, isn't it?
Damn, that's gonna leave a stain.
Well, it's only gonna get worse. Oh, Rex, not again. Boy, you still have fluffy bits, okay? I don't know how your coat is still intact after all these years, but can we please not push your limits for no good reason? Anyway, guys. Alright, fine, you stay put until I get back. This vault has an infestation problem, and guess what? It's rat hunting season. Okay, sorry, rat roach hunting season. Happy now? Okay, these quarters are more conventional, so I guess that massive room was reserved for the Overseer's family? I guess society is not equal even in the apocalypse. Still, when everything goes to shit, even the Overseer is still just a regular human. The one from Vault 34 had a pair of turrets, but without them, it was literally helpless. Oh my god, this Vault too? Vault 34 was damaged by explosives? What's this Vault's excuse? Hey, you! Did one of you fuckers juggle grenades when you were high? Actually, that sounds pretty believable. Please tell me you didn't do that in the reactor room. Cause I know how that shit could end. Okay, that's enough. Wow, credit where credit's due. These guys can take 12-gauge buckshots better than the ghouls. Now, I'm wearing military-grade body armor, so things like 9mm rounds are nothing to me. But these guys are barely dressed, and they can still fight after 2 or 3 blasts. What the hell did the cons lace those chems with? Maybe that guy from Camp Golf who wanted to use chems to enhance his squad's performance was onto something after all. Then again, the side effects are pretty severe. Someone next door could be having a full-on gunfight and you wouldn't even notice. At least that's what it looks like to me. I guess the fact that they're dropping like flies proves that the trade-off is just not worth it. Oh god, more flooding. What is it with votes and water? And how much do you want to bet that the components we're looking for are down there? I'm getting a lot of mileage out of this rebreather, holy shit. Also, I want to point out that this vault is making way better usage of space than Vault 34. One of the rooms we went past has something like 5 beds in it. That's what Vault 34 should have done. Oh shit, I was joking about these guys being asleep, but I guess I underestimated the power of drugs. God knows what he's dreaming about. Is this guy dead? Well, he is now. Either way, he died in his sleep. That's a much better way to go than most people can hope for these days. I highly doubt I would be that lucky. Oh, but apparently these guys are. Look at this. The whole world could be burning down around them, but they don't care. It's poetic in a way. Well, sleep tight. Okay, that was a bit messy. My bad. Man, it must be nice to live out the rest of your days this carefree. That's not the world I'm walking into. Fucking hell, I don't actually remember when I crossed over. I guess it's not too late for me to just disappear and start fresh. Nah, that's not gonna work, is it? I'm too famous now. If I have to live with this fame, then I might as well make the most of it. Okay, people, listen up. The fiends in this section are dead, but I have no guarantees about the other sections. So, head straight to the exit and don't look back. Understood?
Mark my words. Won't be long before the Legion and NCR butt heads over Hoover Dam.
Well, maybe it's time to start digging a bunker to hide in until this whole thing blows over. Now, we can chat about current affairs. Will you buy me a drink for saving your ass? Look, I'm not here to take you to my own cage if that's what you're worried about. I'm here to let you out. Oh, alright, fine, I'll prove it. I suppose you guys were down here for a while. Maybe that's why you don't know who I am. I used to be resentful about that sort of thing, but now I think that's a blessing in disguise.
Take down this password. It'll get you into the Overseer's area upstairs, I think. Thanks for the help. We'll find our own way out.
Wow, you knew exactly what I needed. Help, very helpful. How'd you get this, by the way? Were you trying to loot the place? You didn't happen to find anything called a reverse pulse cleaner or a differential pressure controller, did you? I'm asking for a friend. You probably don't know what those look like anyway. By the way, if this is your idea of sneaking, then congratulations, it might just work against these guys. But for the love of God, don't try this anywhere else. You look ridiculous. Okay, the coast is clear. If I hear screaming, then I'll just assume you found the dead bodies. In fact, feel free to take some of their weapons. Just make sure you wipe off the blood first. God knows what kind of disease you might catch if you don't. Anyway, let's see what this Overseer was up to. Judging by our experience so far, I can't imagine it was anything good. Although, to be fair, Vault 22 wasn't brought down by any individual actor. They had an entire department of crooks. And Vault 21... Actually, that's a thought. Did House actually clear out that vault before he filled the damn thing up with concrete? Maybe he's got those components in a storage room this entire time. Maybe I should have thought about that earlier. Anyway, this office is pretty run-of-the-mill so far. Is there a secret tunnel guarded by turrets under this desk as well? Now that I think about it, why did the Overseer for Vault 34 have a secret tunnel that led straight to the reactor level? You would think it would lead to a panic room or maybe even a way outside to safety. But no, the reactor room was the most dangerous part of the entire vault. What do we have here? Happy birthday? What the hell? Why is this on the same level as unlocked storage room doors? You ever heard of subfolders? What happens when you get spammed by personal messages? All the important shit is gonna get buried. Anyway, upcoming election? Oh, they elected the Overseer? There's no way that's standard across all vaults. The Overseer from Vault 34 would have been voted out of office immediately. George, we've been friends for a while, so I hope you didn't take my candidacy for overseer personally. I'm going to do whatever I can to keep our friends and family safe, and if that means taking our exposure to the outside world slow and keeping to ourselves, outside of what we need of course, then that is what I'm going to push for. No one knows what it's going to be like out there. There could be horrific mutants, or strange wandering vagabonds, aliens, murderous gangs. We have no idea. Let's be smart about this. Mike. Well, Mike, weren't you the paranoid one? To be fair, he was at least 75% correct. I haven't come across any aliens yet, but honestly, if you spend enough time in the wasteland, you will be open-minded about everything. Okay, what's going on here? Greetings, everyone. Thank you all for putting your trust in me. I am honored to serve as your overseer for the next term and hopefully beyond. I am going to do everything I can to get Michelle's committee outside as soon as possible. We'll get our water issues resolved and form lasting bonds with our neighbors in the world outside. Water issues? So the flooding's already happened before the Fiends got here. Man, like I said, votes and water clearly don't mix. And it looks like George won. So much for Mike's paranoia. If there's any consolation, he's been vindicated by history. Now he gets to say I told you so in the afterlife. Okay, now we're getting to the juicy bits. Weapon lockers. George, I'm not sure what Michael is planning, but I suggest that you leave the weapons in those 2 submerged storerooms. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have any support, and there is no need to give him the opportunity to arm himself. Michelle. Well, he sure won't if they've been completely ruined by the water. Holy shit, how long were they keeping guns and ammo down there? There must be more rust than metal by now. You might as well turn them into scrap metal. I guess we won't be making any use of those. Unlock storage room doors. Okay, can you please give me a list of what's in the storage room? If the components are not in there, then I won't bother. I mean, I appreciate a good bath as much as the next guy, but I prefer that in the comfort of the Lucky 38, or maybe even the Ultra Lux. The water in the vault is a little on the cold side, and a little on the radioactive side. I guess the silver lining is I don't have to wear a radiation suit for this. I'll just be walking around in a waterlogged suit of armor. Gotta keep hydrated in the desert. But anyway, so far I don't think this vault had anything sinister going on. It's just more stupidity on the Overseer's part. It's actually the exact opposite compared to Vault 34. This George guy was way too eager to open the vault, whereas Vault 34 was hell-bent on keeping everybody in. Why couldn't they take a rational middle path? That other candidate wasn't suggesting anything too radical, he just wanted to be cautious.
Oh. Okay, you know the drill, guys. Stay here and keep an eye out. Let's see if the Fiends are as tenacious as those ghouls. Well, the Pit-Boy Geiger counter isn't happy about this water either, so, let's just not think about the implications too much. Anyway, I guess the majority of the residents here agreed with George. They did vote him in. So democracy is no defense against incompetence either. I kind of expected that given the NCR's reputation. But where does that leave us? In Vault 34's case, they had someone who was in complete control, in theory anyway. You'd think that an authoritarian leader who's unburdened by red tape and popular opinion would be more efficient at problem solving. But that clearly didn't work. If you're not gonna have democracy, then you better fucking pray the guy in charge is competent. Wow, these magazines are still intact? Thank God for lamination, I guess. But damn, if that one person in charge fails, then he's gonna bring everybody else down with him. This is not a good look for good old Bobby's vision of the future. I'm not saying he's incompetent, he's clearly capable of incredible things, but how good is he at running a government? That's not the same thing as running a business. I wouldn't even be having these doubts if he would just leave that side of things to me and concentrate on his little projects like I hoped. But this whole Brotherhood obsession is making me nervous. Is he gonna stick his fingers into something else he doesn't fully understand? Okay, so apparently this Vault's idea of weapons is just a couple of 9mm SMGs. For someone like me who's got proper guns, that's not even worth taking. And then we're up against the Fiends. Those guys have energy weapons. They can withstand 2 rounds of buckshot to the chest. Even with these guns, I don't think Vault 3 stood a chance in hell. Problem is, I'm not actually sure what they should have done. They mentioned some kind of water issue they had to resolve, and apparently they couldn't do it themselves. Without the benefit of hindsight, I guess opening the vault up was their only option. But I guess that's the reality of being in charge. Sometimes there are no good options, only the least bad ones. Nope, I didn't find shit. But hey, I'm already soaked, so why not go check out the other flooded room, huh? Who needs indoor plumbing when you can have this? Even the Lucky 38 doesn't have a bathtub this big. Actually, that's a point. Where is all this water coming from? If these vaults have to stay isolated for decades, then there's no way all this water is simply stored up in advance. Are they drawing water from an underground reservoir? Maybe there's a pipeline to Lake Mead? Oh god, what if this shit is recycled from wastewater? I'm fucking swimming in this! Oh well, in for a cap, in for a contract. I don't want to know what I smell like right now. It's fitting, I guess. I do talk a whole lot of bullshit. So now you have no excuse if you fall for any of it. But man, I just wish it would work better on the really important people. I mean, half of my problems wouldn't exist if Colonel Moore swallowed my bullshit and just let me get on with things. That's not to say the problems I have with the NCR would have gone away, but I wouldn't have realized most of that if she just listened to me and left House alone. But now I'm back to square one. I really need House to swallow my bullshit by the gallons. I mean, I obviously don't think my reasoning is bullshit, but that doesn't matter as long as he buys into it. A part of me really wants to just be direct and tell him Veronica is one of them and I'm not going to slaughter her family. But I have no idea how he's going to react to that. Maybe he's going to instantly think I'm a security threat and start shooting. That's going to be slightly problematic to say the least. Wow, 9mm SMGs again? Imagine if this vault had access to the kind of firepower Vault 34 had. Although to be fair, those guns didn't save that vault either. In fact, judging by the amount of ammo we found, I don't think that Overseer actually used any of it during the riots. So it was completely pointless. I mean, ultimately what did them in was the radiation, and that's not a problem you can just resolve by shooting at it. And that's true with a lot of problems. Colonel Moore didn't seem to fully understand that. I hoped the House would understand. I mean, the whole thing with Benny and the Boomers were encouraging, but with the Brotherhood? No. I need to stop being so pessimistic. He's not an idiot. I have to keep trying. For Veronica's sake, if nothing else. Okay, I don't know what I expected to find down there, but guess what? No special looking components whatsoever.
So, I guess we're gonna have to search this vault the old-fashioned way. Let's go. The old-fashioned way being one container at a time, one room at a time. Of course, it would help if that Lorenzo guy drew me a picture of what these things are supposed to look like. I mean, sure, there's probably a dozen different models, but come on, at least give me some idea of what I'm looking for. To the untrained eye, those HEPA filters look just like any old junk. Thank God for that inventory list. I guess before that we should finish off Motor Runner. That guy's been living on borrowed time for way too long. It's hard to believe I'm in a position to be this casual about the Lord of the Fiends after all this time. But what can I say? This shotgun is doing wonders for my self-confidence. And in the grand scheme of things, Motor Runner is probably one of the least significant people on my shit list. That's why he survived this long. I'm working through my backlog and he's pretty far down. Although I guess I should give him some credit. I haven't heard anyone open the vault door since I came in, so he's still down here. That takes balls considering who he's dealing with, but I guess he could also be high as fuck, so who knows what he's thinking right now. God damn, there were a lot of cabinets in that room. Every single one of them could be hiding the components we need. Or indeed none of them. You know, a part of me wants to just tell McNamara that I've cleared out Vault 3, so the Brotherhood could just come around and look for these things themselves. I've got shit to do. Then again, I don't really want them to take control of another underground bunker. In the unlikely scenario that I have to put them down, it would be easier if they're all confined in one place. Oh damn, now I'm starting to think like House. Not sure how I feel about that. I hope that guy actually does have experience to play nice, so to speak. Ideally, you want to rule with an iron fist wrapped in a velvet glove. Play rough only when you need to. I don't think I've seen him do that so far. I guess that's what happens when you have all the power and money in the world, whereas all I have is my friends and my shotgun. And that's fine by me. Hello, friends! Oh, come on! My shotgun really wanted to meet you guys! You have no appreciation for an efficient killing machine. You should consider this a privilege!
Hide from me.
You think this is hiding? I don't know what you were smoking, but I guess it was fucking good. But yeah, you found me. Congratulations. I hope you enjoy playing hide and seek with the demons in hell. Way to rush the guy with the boomstick. I guess if your goal is to catch as many buckshots with your chest as possible, then that's a pretty good strategy. Hey Motor Runner, I've got a new delivery for you. No need for injections. Just bend over and spread your cheeks.
You're gonna regret that.
Will I?
Get the fuck away.
Demons, as promised, I offer you this damned rotten soul. Feast upon his blackened heart and wipe your dicks all over his face. Ah yes, that should please the demon god nicely. Best of all, I get to claim another bounty. Oh, wait a minute. Shit! I blew his head off! Oh, now I've got nothing to take back to McCarran as proof. Fuck me, I completely forgot. Well, I guess I'm not exactly short on caps anymore. And who knows, Colonel Shu gave me this job, not that guy with the weird head fetish. Maybe he'll accept something else. Meanwhile, it's looting time. Oh wow, spare helmet, that'll do. Is this one of the components? Either that or it's a fancy vacuum cleaner. Did I seriously come all this way just to cannibalize a pre-war household appliance? Haha, wait until I show Lorenzo a toaster.